Quick question for you, man. Is this your Ferrari?
Yes, sir.
What line of business are you in to be able to afford this kind of car?
Automotive.
Automotive? Hey, we interview entrepreneurs. Can we get a minute of your time?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your biggest year in revenue at your company?
1.5 million, 2 million a year.
man.
It's not rainbows and sunshines. There's sometimes like 100 grand plus months or whatnot. I will have expenses where like 60 to 80,000 dollars a month were just expenses too.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody watching this and thinking like, oh, it's like rainbows and sunshine. It's not. I do remember there was a time when I had to sell my car to be able to pay the expenses too. It was a Lamborghini, my first Lamborghini too. Most people don't know that.
I like how you mentioned that it's not all rainbows and sunshine, right? Because I feel like today, social media has painted like a picture that entrepreneurship is this whole lifestyle. So, do you think that everybody's built to be an entrepreneur?
It's not for everybody because the amount of time I have had to sacrifice, family time in my personal life, time with my friends too, and the amount of connections I've lost, growing up and going in this route, well, especially the amount of capital and discipline it takes, most people do not have that. I think it only gets more difficult for me in my own journey, so I can only imagine the people that are above me too.
Do you have any mentors or somebody that you look up to?
I'm in a car club full of like 200 plus people. I think everybody that's older than me, I look at them as my older brother. The biggest thing is I do clap for them too. Every time they get a nicer car, they buy a nice house, or they start a new business, I do always clap for them. Because if you're not clapping for somebody else, it's never going to be your turn. That's the biggest thing too. Most people envy so much. Whenever they have this envy, they limit themselves from doing better too. I always congratulate and always look out for people that are above me, older than me, and I ask them for advice too. They give it to me too. The mentorship comes from is those people that I'm hanging out with.
For the younger generation that's watching you right now, what is that one piece of advice that you have for them?
If you're trying to get into a line of business, trying to sell a service or a product online, anything whatsoever. When I started, I left my job knowing I had almost like 18 to 24 months of it saving for living expenses. Most people that are getting into business are still check to check. That's the biggest mistake I feel like people are making, because when they're check to check and they really need to make their rent payment or mortgage payment or whatever the hell, and then they're in business, that emotion takes over and then all logic goes out the window because they don't have any money, and then they make stupid decisions too. Having that extra surplus of money in your bank all the time, in my opinion, I think is the most important advice. People should not start a business if they don't have money too.
You dropped some amazing information with us, sir. Thank you so much.